this is your first time stopping by my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below, right about there. And right next to it is a notification bell for you to click as well, so you don't miss any more of my videos. And to all of my old besties, you know, my OG besties, my ride or die besties, what up, dope? Alright, you guys, so you have seen all over your Facebook feed, probably all over your Twitter, Instagram, everywhere. There's memes about it. There is a new shoe out on the market, and it is the ZO2s by Lonzo Ball, okay? So if you guys have no idea what I'm talking about, I'm going to run down all of the facts so that you guys can make an informed decision about where you stand on the shoe. If you're interested, stay tuned.
How about that? Yup.
Alright, you guys, so I do have some notes because I did some studying, okay? Now, let me just give y'all a brief background. Like, I'm going to be real brief. I used to own an AAU team, so I'm very well versed in the world of basketball and how that kind of works. So, in case you guys didn't know, I'm not just coming on here popping off about some shoes, but I am a beauty blogger, so I do know a lot about fashion, and then I also have the basketball background as well. So, mixing those two together, you're going to get an informed opinion about where I stand on the shoe. Alright, so if you guys didn't know that Zoe is a UCLA student. He is a freshman, so this will be his last year. He decided after they lost to Kentucky that he was going to enter the draft. Now, he is a lottery pick. He is an anticipated lottery pick. That means he is not necessarily like #1 in the draft, all of that. He's just an anticipated lottery pick. Now, with that being said, they still opted to search for contracts. Now, if you guys are familiar with LeBron James actually came straight out of high school, got a Nike contract. Even before he even stepped foot onto a basketball court, he had already signed a deal with Nike. A lot of people tried to take this same route by getting contracts with Under Armour, Nike, Adidas, whatever, what may have you, before they actually step foot on the basketball court. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Just depends on your clout and your status. So Lavar Ball, who is Zoe's father, has 3 sons. Now, all 3 of his sons are very well versed in basketball. They are very good at what they do. We cannot knock them for that at all. Low-key found out that Lavar only averaged 2.3 points per game when he was actually playing when he was in college, but that's none of my business. Anyway, so Daddy Ball is actually in charge of making all this stuff happen. So I'm just giving you a little background on the whole shoe ordeal or whatever. So the T is Nike, Under Armour, Adidas, all of them turned down the opportunity to work with Zoe on a shoe. Now, this was unheard of, usually because they would even throw, you know, like $2 million or something like that to a up-and-coming star, you know, someone that was promising going into the league. So for them not to do that, people were already raising eyebrows and all of this stuff. So then a couple days ago, they actually announced that he would be releasing a shoe. Everyone was like, okay, what? He's releasing a shoe? And we find out that he's actually releasing a shoe through Big Baller brand, okay? And Big Baller brand is actually a lifestyle apparel company founded on the core family values and inspired by the 3 Ball brothers from Chino Hills. So basically, this is Lavar's sons. This is their company. Go on to read a little bit further. He is actually the one, Lavar is actually the one who started the company. So this is all about their family. Now, the shoe in itself is $4.95, starting off with just the basic shoe, the ZO2, okay? Why is everybody up in arms about this shoe? Because it costs so much. But let's think about it here. When a normal shoe comes out, let's just talk about Jordans. When a Jordan shoe comes out, I believe the price now is about $180 for a pair of shoes. Now, Nike is already producing said shoe. They're already in production. They don't have to worry about what the market is because there's already a market for the shoe or just Nike shoes in general. They have a store to put them in. They have an online website to put them on. So that's already marketing itself. So when they release a shoe, there isn't any pre-ordering or anything that has to be done of that nature. It's literally they've already went into production. They've got everything together and it's done. Okay. So now that they're having to do everything on their own, there is a lot of overhead that goes into that. Now, I can say that because I've watched and researched my own stuff for makeup because I wanted to see how to start my own makeup line. Now, I could either do a private label branding, which would be me going and grabbing a makeup kit from somewhere else in China, and then them slapping my name on it, and it literally be the same kit that you could get from somebody else. So these are two kits in the same way, but they're being mass produced from the same company, right? But my name will be on it. That doesn't cost as much as me actually finding a manufacturer, actually purchasing the products, and you guys know I'm a buyer planner, so I know about purchasing the raw materials. So it does cost a lot to do all of that on your own. So in order to make a profit, you have to make the shoe a little bit more expensive. Now, what people aren't understanding is that they are doing something different, brand new, something that hasn't been heard of, and that's marketing a shoe on their own before even stepping foot on a court. He has nothing to back him up besides the UCLA stats that he had, and I'll just give you some of his UCLA stats. He averaged 14.6 points, 7.6 assists, 6 rebounds a game in a 36-game season, okay? Now that's all well and fine for college. That's really great. But to think that he only played for one season, those are his averages. Yes, he could have got better, but what if he would have got injured? Anything could have happened, right? So we don't really know if it was a jinx. We don't know, but we're just going to take it for this baby can play really good, okay? So, in that being said, we have our manufacturing costs, we have our brand new model for what they're doing with this shoe. Now let's think about it a step deeper. We pay, not we, because I ain't got no Yeezys, but Yeezys are at least, I want to say, $7,000 to $1,000. If you guys can let me know down below what the real price of Yeezys are. I just knew they was too expensive for my blood, so I never purchased them. But Yeezys are really expensive. Taking it to a female point of view, if we want to buy Christian Louis Vuittons, okay, those are at least starting off at $500 for just a basic heel with a red bottom. But because the name is so exclusive and because everyone can't have them, you can charge whatever you want to because that is the market that you're going for. Now, let's get into talking about the business side of everything. It's all about the business. What he did was created a business model for other people to follow after. Now, you may not agree with paying $495 for a pair of shoes, but there are people out there who will pay $495 for a pair of shoes. There are sneaker collectors who want this shoe because they are certain, or they're a fan, or they just want the shoe in general just to say they got a pair of $495 shoes on their feet, okay? That happens all the time. One of the smartest things that you're doing is taking pre-orders. Pre-orders is a way to ensure that the product that they're actually wanting to market is actually marketable and it's going to sell. Now, this could be two things going on here. One, I read one of my friends on Facebook was like, well, it could be a scam. They could be just taking everybody's money. Or two, this could be a way to make everything really exclusive and to come out with another shoe that is only pre-order. When you do pre-orders only and then after it comes out and everybody sees it, everybody's going to want the next one because they want to get their hands on it. And then you only mass produce so many and you keep doing it just like that. It's kind of like that Jordan effect. Once again, he only produces so many shoes a year, so many volumes to each store. So everybody wants them, but everybody can't get them. Now, we're going to talk about just the shoes in general. There are 3 models of the shoe. There's the wet, there's the prime, and then there's the slide. The wet version is the shoe in a clear LCD box, okay? And it has lights. I'm sorry, LED. I said LCD. That's TV. LED box. And this box will have the shoes encased in them, which this is more so like for your real collectors that literally put their shoes up and do not touch them. And that runs you $995 start. Now I went to go click on there to see, because it had $995 to $1195. Yeah, to $1195. And I was like, okay, what is the price difference? Thinking maybe it was because of the shoe size, but I clicked on size 15, which was the highest shoe that they had, and the price was still $995. So I'm really not really clear on what the price range has to do with, because clicking on sizes didn't do anything for me. The next shoe is the Prime, which is just your basic shoe. That is the flagship model is what they call it. And that shoe is really actually the same shoe that's in the case. It's just literally not in the case. And the shoe is reminiscent of a Kobe. It really reminds me of a Kobe shoe. I like the shoe. It's not something I have to have. I think the B's are too big on it. The bottom, the gum bottom is kind of nice. It does have the leather material with the little cushiony. Y'all know I'm not good with describing materials, but it's kind of a cushiony material. It just looks really good. You guys can see it on the screen here how it's looking, and I mean, it's pretty nice. I mean, it's not a bad looking shoe. People are making it a bad looking shoe because it's $4.95, but y'all buy the what this. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, the what's, the all them what this. The KDs are ugly. I mean, they're ugly shoes. I think Rasha Runs are ugly, but they're comfortable shoes. So we don't know how comfortable these shoes are just yet. And then the third model of the shoe is actually a slide-in, and those are $220. Now, me personally, I'm not paying $220 for some slide-ins, because them slide-ins just really look like they could be the Nike slide-ins and somebody just slapped the B&B over, BBB over them, but they're not. I mean, I have a hard time paying, what are they, like $40 at Foot Locker for them slide-ins? So let alone paying $220 for some slide-ins, probably not gonna happen. But that's the price of them, and it's literally just the slide-in version of the shoe, which is like the sandal. You guys have seen those before, and I'll have it on the screen here. One of the things that I found interesting as to why Nike and Adidas and Under Armour and all of these brands declined on this deal with ZO, or with Lavar Ball, was because he wanted $1 billion. He wanted $1 billion. He said, it's there, it has to be there. I have 3 sons and I don't need it all at one time, but I know that they are worth $1 billion. Now, let's do the math. If we break that down, okay, calculations. Look, I couldn't even do this on my phone because my phone don't even go up. It went up to 100 million. It didn't even go up to a billion. So I had to put this in the Google so you know it's right, okay? So if we break down 1 billion divided by 3, that's $333 million per son, okay? That's just not even saying they have any fees or anything like that. It's just literally that much per son. Now, none of them have stepped foot on an elite court like the NBA basketball court. None of them, okay? And they want $333 million. Just think about that. Let that soak in. LeBron James got a $90 million contract from Nike before he even set foot on the thing. So what you're telling me is that you think your sons are just as good. Now, matter of fact, you think your sons are better than LeBron James and that they deserve $333 million a piece. That is a lot, sir. Overall, I'm gonna say the shoe could be worth it. It's a couture shoe. You compare it to fashion. You compare it to your Yeezys. Things that cannot be attainable to everyone are going to be more expensive. It's just like if you have a Shaq shoe versus a Jordan. Everybody can't get a Jordan, so some people gotta wear a Shaq. Just like with a car, some people gotta have a Chevy, some people can afford a Benz. Depends on what your credit can afford. But don't be mad at other people because they decide to purchase it. And you also can't be mad at them for setting the price because they're doing something new and they're setting the standard. And there's also a lot of costs that are going to go into producing the shoe. So we all have to keep that in mind when we're saying, oh, well, this is too much, this is a lot. They're doing a whole business model on their own. So from a business point of view, this is genius, it's smart, it makes sense. From a consumer point of view, hey, if you like expensive shoes, you like to say, I got this on my feet and they're $495, that's on you. You don't have to buy them. But for us in the Black community to be going back and forth about whether or not this is good or bad, I mean, I understand it. We have our thoughts, we have our whatever, but we have to look at it from a business standpoint. And if you don't have the $495, just go ahead and don't click on the website. Don't worry about it. Don't order the shoes. And if you feel bad because your son can't have them, there's some LeBrons coming out, some foams. You stay in your price range, okay? Don't get upset because you can't afford them. That's basically what I'm saying. I hope you guys enjoyed this very thorough video about the new ZO2s. And I am your girl, E.Michelle. Make sure you guys follow me on all of my social medias down below. I try to give y'all the tea or break things down for you as it comes. I love to break things down and just talk and just tell you guys what I think about things. Again, I think that the shoe is not a bad thing. It's not an ugly looking shoe. I'm not paying $495 for it, but I know that there are people who will and who can afford it. It's just not for me. If I wanted it, I'd get it, but it's just not something for me. I will catch you guys in my next video, and KK bye.